What's up, high levelers? It's Andrew, and today we are talking about everyone's favorite topic, A2P registration. That's right, I'm going to be walking you through US registration for phone numbers being used with high level. It's a necessary part of the platform that allows us to use SMS services in the US. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking it down and talking you through it. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Now, everything we're doing today is going to be through the phone numbers screen, and we can get there from our sub account, navigating to settings, and then navigating to phone numbers on the left-hand side. Now, if you're new to high level or phone numbers or A2P, A2P stands for application to person. This is what's going to allow us to register our phone numbers with the US government, let them know that we are sending valid information through our SMS chains and that we can do that through high level. Now, if you are brand new to this, then your phone number screen will look something like this. You won't have any phone numbers available already because you haven't created one. And to get started with this, be sure to just create a number. And we have a couple of different versions that we can create. Now, when buying an individual phone number, we have a couple of different options, and the main two are toll-free and not toll-free. A toll-free number is a number that is usually a 1-800 number. That is much more cost-effective to get set up, but probably will have lower open rates, and you have a higher possibility of getting restricted, versus a tolled number is a number that we can set up with a area code local to where we are or where we are trying to market to, but it does cost more, and we do need to set up A2P verification for it. Now, here's an example of an account with a toll-free as well as a local number that is A2P compliant. Once you get your registration done, you'll have a little check mark here and you'll be good to go. But if you've already set up a phone number and this does not appear in your account, then you do need to do your A2P registration. In order to do this, we can do this in the Trust Center by navigating at the top to the right-hand side. And then we have two different A2P messaging registrations. We have our brand and we have our campaign. Now, here we are in the Trust Center of an account that hasn't gotten its A2P registration done. From here, we can click Start Registering Now at the bottom of the screen, and we'll essentially have 4 different types of registration that we can do when we get through this. First, we'll have to notify if we're registering in Canada or in the US, and then when we click Continue, we'll be able to put in more information here. Now, after you put in some of this information, we'll be navigated to our screen where we can see the 4 different types of registrations. Now, here are 2 of those types. We have low volume standard and high volume standard. Now, the difference between these two is only in volume. If you're going to be sending less than 6,000 SMS messages every single day, then low volume will be fine for you. If you're going to be sending more than that and up to 600,000 SMS segments every day, then you'll need high volume standard. Now, these two are showing because the business details that I entered were for an LLC. There are 2 other types of registration if you are not an LLC. One is toll-free and one is sole prop. Sole prop is for sole proprietors that maybe don't have a tax ID or an EIN. This can allow them to still get a local number even without that information. And toll-free numbers obviously do not need to go through the A2P process. Now, once you've selected a plan, you'll be moved to the pending stage, which will take anywhere from 1 to 7 business days and potentially longer for some very specific use cases in order to get your campaign approved. Now, if we look at our A2P messaging, it is possible to get a brand approved and not a campaign approved, or vice versa, your campaign to be approved and your brand not to be. You may go through this process a couple of times, so all you need to do is make sure you refer to the help doc for all of the best use cases. There's some very specific ways that you should word things, some pieces of information that you have to make sure that you're including in order to get approved the fastest. If you are looking to get approved faster, try getting a local and a toll-free number at the same time. Then you can use the toll-free number as you're waiting for your approval to finish. And then once your local approval finishes, then you can move to the local number. Lots of people have lots of questions about A2P. So before asking them, I would recommend you refer to the help doc where there's information about whether or not you're allowed to send cold messages, which campaign's the best for you, how to pick local numbers, and more information like that. This is a process that can seem daunting, but if you have the right resources and really stick to the help docs as well as additional online resources, then you'll be good to go whenever you submit your A2P campaign. However, if you have any issues, be sure to reach out to support and they'll help you out. I hope this gave you some insight into the US registration process for our toll-free local numbers and all of our different A2P campaigns. As always, I hope you found this helpful and thank you so much for watching.